collapse. When you find yourself awake at 3 in the morning, staring at ceiling, asking, what is the point of all this? Sunil Sharma, life is same in all of us. Welcome. There are moments in life when the weight of simple being alive feel unbearable. When the person you love has left or perhaps never arrived. When the work you poured everything into has collapsed. When you find yourself awake at 3 in the morning, staring at ceiling, asking, what is the point of all this? In those very moments, an old Hindi song has been sung for decades. In hospital corridors, in homes, in all late night radio. Not because it is sentimental, because it tells the truth. जीवन मिटाना दीवानापन, कोई प्यार जीवन से प्यारा नहीं. Meaning, to erase life is madness. Nothing is more precious than life itself. Why does even need to be said? Because when storm inside is at peak, the truth does not feel the truth. Life feels like a burden. We did not ask for this, and this is exact moment is what Chetasyog invite us to look at, not at the outer event, but the storm it has triggered within the outer problem and may pass, but the inner turbulence left behind. That is what Chetasyog addresses. Two layers of everything, every difficult moment. Here is something most of us have never been caught thought. Every difficult experience arrives in two layers. The first layer is event itself, the fact, the circumstance, the reality. Someone left, job ended, the diagnosis came. The second layer is what happens inside you in response. The confusion, the fear, the grief that doesn't go even after the event has passed. The issue, the most of us spend our entire life trying to fix the first layer, the outer event. And sometimes we succeed, but even then, the inner turbulence remains. This accumulated inner turbulence, Chetasyog called it mess. That stands for mental, emotional, stressful symptoms. Every human being carries a mess. It is not a weakness. It's the most honest thing to think about us. Mess is not diagnosis. It is a description. It's the inner issues of living, the anxiety that never quite goes away, the grief that sits in the chest, the old wound that reopens in new situation. Recognizing it is not breaking down. It's clarity. What the song understands. The songs move through the reason why we sometimes lose our grip on life. And verse says by verse is quietly a map, that same inner geography that Chetasyog described. Listen to this verse. And सारे जहां की अमानत है ये जीवन तुम्हारा तुम्हारा नहीं. Your life is just held on behalf of entire world. It is not only yours to discard. In Chetasyog's language, this is the voice of what we call life is. The vast, impersonal, continuous current of existence that flows through all of us but belongs to none of us exclusively. When our personal psychological identity, what Chetasyog calls self-me, gets hurt and contracts, it forgets its larger current. It mistakes the pain of this moment from totality of existence. The song offers a gentle correction. You are a part of something far greater than your present pain. And then another verse. अगर कोई दुनिया से रूठे तो क्या, सितारे हजार होए आकाश पर, बस एक ही तो सितारा नहीं. If someone turns away from the world, so what? There are thousands of stars in the sky. Not single star is only one. This is not a cold comfort. This is addressing a specific error that mass produces. A belief that this wound, this loss, this failure is final and complete when self is me is reactive. It's experience every hardship as personal attack from existence itself, as though life itself has turned against you. The song like Cheta keep the wider and view open. The invitation to meal now, like song shift, it stops naming the darkness and begins pointing towards the light. किसी की यादों के खातिर जियो, किसी की मुरादों के खातिर जियो, हे यादों में जीना भी तो जिंदगी है. Live for someone's dream, live for someone's hope, even living in memories. That too is life. This is the invitation to what Chetasyog called meal, mental, emotional awareness living. Not drowning in the storm, but turning outward, becoming aware, connected, present. Meal is not some elevated state of reserve for monk or exceptionally strong. It is the ordinary moment when you are not at war with your own experience, when you are not fighting what you feel, but you are not lost in either. The song says is beautifully, you don't need a grand reason to keep going. A small reason is enough. Someone else's hope, a memory that still holds the warmth, that is enough to being. Meal is not a distant destination. It begins the the very moment you stop drowning in the storm and start watching it instead. The companion standing in your path. Nothing. The final verse of the song asks the mostly quietly revolutionary question. नया कोई साथी खड़ा राहों में, उस प्यार से क्यों पुकारा नहीं? A new companion stand in your path. Why haven't you called out them with love? The companion this line speaks of may not be a person at all. It could be a practice. It could be a pragya, the Chetasyog-regulation method. A repeatedly daily anchor that never makes inner harmony not just a concept but little skill. Day by day, the song is asking, the way forward exists. The support is already there, waiting. What is stopping you from walking towards this? Pragya, Chetasyog practical method, is a daily repeatable practice that trains self-me to observe both itself and life is in the same time. Not separation, not transcendence, just harmony. The inner turbulence does not disappear, but it no longer drives you. The map the song draws across the verses. This song traces the same arc like Chetasyog walks. Let me name each step. First, recognition of mess. The pain is real. The inner storm is real. The song does not minimize it. Second, the song reminder of life is. You are the part of large current. Your life is not only yours to discard. Third, think the gentle correctness of self-me. There are thousands of stars in the sky. No single wound in the end of everything. Fourth, the invitation to the meal. Live for something, a hope, a memory, a small reason. Turn outward. Fifth, the proposal of pragya. The companion is already standing in your path. The practice is waiting to be called. 6. Complete well-being of self, not the absence of difficulty, but the presence of inner harmony within it. You may not be able to change what life brings, but the quality with which you live that you can absolutely change. For those who are in the storm right now, if you are watching or listening to this in a moment of real darkness, if these songs feel less like poetry or more like a necessity, please hear this. What you are feeling is mess. It is real, it is heavy, and it is workable. You do not need to fix the outer situation first. You can begin from inside with the one simple act of watching the storm rather than drowning in it. Chetasyog is not asking you to be strong. It is asking you to be honest. Honest enough to see what is happening inside and curious enough to ask, is there is a way through this that does not require me to disappear? Hey, जीने के लाखों सहारे वहाँ बस एक ही तो सहारा नहीं. There are billions reasons to live here. It is never just one single support. You are not alone in the storm, and the storm is not the whole sky. Thank you.